We all need good strategies that lead to positive, productive relationships with the people in our lives.
And since we cannot be with your kids in our clubs right now,
We developed this video series to share our favorite youth development tips and tricks with you.
teaching youth to think starts with our ability to ask good questions. But this is harder than you might think. Listen to yourself ask your kids questions. Are they open-ended or close-ended? If we challenged you to go an entire day without asking a single close-ended question, do you think you could do it? An example of close-ended questions. Do you like this piece of art? A similar question, but asked as an open-ended, might sound like, what do you like about this piece of art? The open-ended question requires critical thinking and articulation of thought. Open-ended questions lead to more questions and stimulate conversation. And with open-ended questions, there's rarely a right answer. Asking open-ended questions requires a genuine curiosity to hear your child's thoughts. If we can be disciplined to ask good questions, we will raise a generation of youth who can think for themselves. It is important to note that open-ended questions are not necessarily deep. For example, what did you do at school today? Does not need a deep answer, but these questions usually require deeper thinking than closed-ended questions. Asking open-ended questions is a skill. It takes practice. Have some fun with this. For example, next time you're watching YouTube with your kid and an ad comes on, pause the video before it starts and ask good questions like, how does this ad make you feel about yourself? What do you think is true in this ad? What do you think isn't true in this ad? If you could create a more honest version of this ad, how would you do that? You can ask open-ended questions like these, not just of commercials, but also of music videos, television shows, conversations your kids have with their friends, their homework, or their experience with digital schooling, just to name a few. The goal of open-ended questions is to drive critical thinking. We want to raise a generation of youth who can think for themselves while thoughtfully challenging the way they interact with their world. If we only ask closed-ended questions, we teach our youth to be passive recipients and consumers of the world, when your kids were meant to contribute so much more. Here's your challenge. Go 24 hours without asking a single closed-ended question. Warning, this is hard. When you catch yourself asking a closed-ended question, change the question to open-ended right there on the spot. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and let us know how it goes. Stay tuned for the next club challenge.